Thanks for the warm and generous messages. Thrilled Harry and Meghan release an extra picture from their touchingly intimate portraits taken by Hollywood photographer to celebrate their engagement. Prince Harry and Meghan Markle today released a third touchingly intimate official engagement portrait after being overwhelmed by the warm and generous messages they have received during such a happy time. An intimate black and white portrait of the newly engaged couple embracing and deeply in love was published by Kensington Palace this morning with an endearing but more formal picture of them sat together holding hands. Then a third portrait was released 2 hours later as a candid photograph from the day of their portrait sittings, with Kensington Palace saying the couple thanked well-wishers for their warm and generous messages. The refreshingly warm photographs taken at Frogmore House, a private royal residence in the grounds of Windsor Castle, will be welcomed as a contrast to many of the more formal royal engagement portraits of the past. Celebrated fashion and celebrity photographer Alexei Lyubomirsky, who has snapped everyone from Julia Roberts to Angelina Jolie, was said by a body language expert to have captured their high levels of sexual attraction. Mr. Lyubomirsky, who has previously worked with photographer Mario Testino, a favorite of Prince William and Princess Diana, described taking the pictures in Berkshire earlier this week as an incredible honor. Meghan is wearing a one-of-a-kind sheer couture dress worth a whopping £56,000, along with a jumper designed by Victoria Beckham. Kensington Palace confirmed to Mail Online that the dress by British firm Ralph and Russo was privately purchased, although it is not clear who bought it, or whether the full price was paid for it. The couple released the first 2 pictures at 11 a.m. today, before Kensington Palace put out another one at 1 p.m., saying, "Thank you so much for all of the wonderful comments following the release of Prince Harry and Ms. Meghan Markle's engagement photographs. The couple are so grateful for the warm and generous messages they have received during such a happy time in their lives. As a way to say thank you, they have decided to share this candid photograph from the day of their portrait sittings directly with all of you." The black and white image, taken in the grounds of the house, shows the prince and his fiancée smiling and embracing as their heads touch. Meghan holds the prince's face, with her engagement ring prominent, as he wraps his arms around her. The other photograph shows the couple, dressed smartly, sat on the steps of Frogmore with the U.S. former actress just below her fiancé. Meghan places her left hand on Harry's right hand, again showing her engagement ring, as they both look at the photographer. Meghan chose a couture gown by British label Ralph and Russo, which is understood to have cost an eye-watering £56,000, or £46,650 plus VAT, to pose in her husband-to-be's arms on the steps of Frogmore House. It was anything but a safe choice from the star for the couple's official portrait, given that the bodice of the dress is entirely sheer. When it appeared on the AW1617 catwalk, the model wore it without a bra underneath. Ralph and Russo, based in London, has investors including Phones4u founder and British billionaire John Caldwell. For a second, close-up photo of the couple embracing, Meghan is wearing a cream jumper understood to by Victoria Beckham, in a huge coup for the Spice Girl-turned-fashion designer. Apparently also keen to support British brands for the special shoot, Prince Harry chose a coat by Burberry for their black and white picture. Harry brought his new fiancée to the Queen's annual Christmas lunch at the palace yesterday, where she was introduced to almost every member of the royal family. The couple announced their engagement on November 27 and a few days later a proud prince introduced his bride-to-be to the nation during a series of official events in Nottingham. It has already been confirmed that Meghan will be part of the royal party at Sandringham for Christmas. Harry and Meghan will marry at St. George's Chapel at Windsor Castle on May 19. Last month they said they had chosen Windsor because it was a very special place for the prince, and said that he and Meghan had regularly spent time there together during their 16-month romance. It appears they again chose the beautiful grounds of the Queen's Berkshire residence for the new photographs, released today to mark their engagement. Royal aide said the couple's choice of photographer didn't come from a personal relationship, they simply liked his work. Mr. Lyubomirsky said, "It was an incredible honor to be asked to document this wonderful event, but also a great privilege to be invited to share and be a witness to this young couple's love for one another. I cannot help but smile when I look at the photos that we took of them, such was their happiness together." Meghan's £56,000 engagement gown, Couture gown by British label Ralph and Russo features a cascading tulle skirt complete with an entirely sheer bodice. Meghan Markle knew all eyes were going to be on her when she released her engagement photos, and the bride-to-be certainly didn't shy away from making a statement when it came to her dress. The 36-year-old opted for a couture gown by British label Ralph and Russo that cost an estimated £56,000. From the Autumn/Winter 16 collection, the gown features a cascading tulle skirt complete with an entirely sheer bodice decorated with intricate leaf embellishment. But while there is little doubt it is a show-stopping gown, it has not been a unanimous hit. Dozens of people have already taken to Twitter to question whether the extravagant gown was appropriate for the occasion, while others said it's fit for a princess. Ralph and Russo is a luxurious in-the-know label for high-profile women with a love of fashion. The British-based label, run by Australian couple Tamara Ralph and Michael Russo, specializes in elaborate couture dresses studded with crystals, devore feathers, iridescent metallics and floor-sweeping trains. All of their dresses are made by hand, which can take up to 3,000 hours. It's certainly a stark contrast to the rice dress the Duchess of Cambridge chose for her engagement photos. Royal seal of approval. Meghan picks Victoria Beckham for her engagement shoot in major coup for the Spice Girl-turned-designer. She stunned in a show-stopping couture gown worth £56,000 for her official engagement shoot with Prince Harry. But in a second photo released today, Meghan Markle opted for a more low-key ensemble consisting of a cashmere knit believed to be from Victoria Beckham. And while the designer is keeping tight-lipped about her connections to the jumper in question, the ensuing Twitter frenzy has made it the worst-kept secret in fashion. Meghan is likely to have chosen her outfit for the pictures, shot earlier this week at Frogmore House on the Windsor Castle estate, with great care, and notably opted for British brands in a nod to her new home. Her choice of jumper this week could represent a major coup for Mrs. Beckham, with data suggesting her fashion influence is enough to send sales soaring. A £495 handbag she carried earlier this month sold out in hours. The candid close-up portrait, shot in black and white, is less formal than the first photo, making the cozy winter knit the perfect choice. And according to reports earlier this month, Victoria, 43, and Meghan, 36, have struck up a secret friendship since the U.S. actress moved across the pond to live with Harry at Kensington Palace. A spokesperson for Victoria Beckham refused to comment when asked if the jumper was one of their designs. Now fashion bloggers and Meghan superfans have been left scrambling to identify the exact style. One suggestion is a sold-out cream cashmere sweater, while the other is a silk cashmere mix, both costing between £500 and £700. The three pictures were taken by celebrated fashion and celebrity photographer Alexia Lyubomirsky, who has snapped everyone from Julia Roberts to Angelina Jolie. However, this isn't the first time the royals have turned to the former Spice Girl for wardrobe inspiration. Mrs. Beckham's Quincy tote is the Duchess of Cambridge's bag of choice for Wimbledon, having carried it to the tennis championships on 3 separate occasions. The Beckhams are known to be good friends of the Cambridges. They were invited to the 2011 royal wedding, and shoe designer Christian Louboutin previously revealed that Victoria once gifted the Duchess a pair of his famous stilettos. And the royal connections don't end there, with David and Victoria both being awarded an OBE for services to football and fashion respectively. Earlier this year, the Beckhams sparked controversy after attending a private tea party at Buckingham Palace for daughter Harper's 6th birthday.